looks a little bit sketchy on the inside here, as you can see. Took me a really long time, and honestly, it's not perfect, but it's at least my first try, and you won't start getting better at something until you've tried doing it over and over and over again. So, yeah, this is another thing that I've made recently. I'm not entirely pleased with it, but I guess at least it's a start. I'm trying to get started on making everybody's Christmas presents now, so that I'm not rushing when Christmas comes. But this is supposed to be like a window hanger that twirls, but it's a little bent. It's got a lot of nice little beads on it. Let's see if it makes a noise. Kind of. Here's another ceiling hanger that I made, although this one is actually for myself. I think I'm going to make duplicates that are similar, but just a little bit different for my friends and family. But I like how this one twirls a lot better. just fucking broke this one. It's okay because I can glue it back on. Lastly, I made this little Christmas tree. And it has these, oh, I almost dropped it. It has these little metal parts sticking out so that I can stick a little star bead on top to be like the star topper. And then on the back it has these eyelets because I'm going to take some beads and string them across so that they kind of look like garland. And I also made a bunch of tiny little spheres to be little ornaments that I'm going to paint and then glue on later. Those are the ornaments. Next, I'm going to be showing you all of the bracelets that I've made. This was previously a bracelet that I had made with stretchy string and no clasp, but I've decided to remake it using stainless steel beading wire and a clasp because it's more sturdy that way. But I like the little key, that's the best part. I also made this brown bracelet, and I've actually worn this quite a bit. It has a bunch of different charms on it, all that I made out of other beads and using head pins or eye pins. So yeah, I think it's really pretty. I just realized I accidentally put a purple bead right here. That was supposed to be brown, but a lot of times I'm crafting in very low lighting because it's relaxing for me. This one is really quite simple, but I'm realizing sometimes that's what I like to wear. It's just got these really large, shiny blue beads with tiny little seed beads in between. Next, there's this bracelet, and I actually made this flower charm out of polymer clay quite a long time ago, and it's just been sitting in my bead box, so I figured it was time to use it. This is another really simple one, but I actually have worn this a lot since I've made it. This is a charm bracelet I made for myself, and the theme was rainbow, as you can see. It even has a little button on it. The button is plastic, but all the other beads are made out of glass. This is the last bracelet I made. It's very simple. And I even put this little safety pin with beads on it to act like a charm. Here's a close-up of this little pouch that I made. I made this after a lot of frustration trying to sew a pair of pants made out of the same fabric. This is made from a vintage bed sheet. When I made this, it was very late at night, and I had already been trying to sew pants for the previous 3 days with no pattern because I'm stubborn. easy fix, but there's several issues. For starters, there is a hole right here. I only now realize there's a hole here. I'm not really sure what that's about. They are too small somehow, but also too big at the same time. I tried to make a waistband. I'll turn around. You can tell the waistband is too small. Unfortunately, these were not successful, so